Hello, today is August the 3rd, 2022. So despite China's warnings, Nancy Pelosi safely completed her visit in Taiwan to meet with President Taiwan and the high-ranking officials there. They even hosted a live broadcast on Nancy's itinerary and her meeting with the government officials of Taiwan. To me, her visit in Taiwan looked more high-profile than her shorter visit in Malaysia and Singapore. What makes Nancy Pelosi's visit in Taiwan so provocative is that, unlike Malaysia and Singapore, Taiwan is not an independent country. Taiwan is part of China. It's no wonder China was issuing the strongest protest against the United States that I had never seen before in my entire life. Despite how the US framed Nancy's visit to be quote-unquote personal, her visit looked every bit a very high-profile official government visit from the United States. Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan is, in fact, the first of her own rank in the entire history of China and Taiwan. No, you can't compare her visit to the visit of Newt Gingrich back in the 90s. For how many years was Newt the Speaker of the House? For how many years has Nancy been the Speaker of the House? For how many years was Newt the Majority Leader in Congress? For how many years has Nancy Pelosi been the Majority Leader in Congress? On the social media in Taiwan, I saw that many people in Taiwan are angry at their own government and their foreign ministry for not stopping Nancy Pelosi's visit. One councilwoman in Taipei said Taiwan was used as a stage for America's political theater, and the people of Taiwan were made the involuntary props and the extras of Nancy's political stunt. Wow. Now the people in Taiwan are waiting nervously and passively for whatever response they will get from their audience in China. Taiwan needs a comforting heater, not a bomb, this councilwoman said. Even though the US kept saying that Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan is her own personal decision, which didn't represent the support of the US government. But really, because did Nancy fly to Taiwan the same way like she did when she went on a personal vacation before? No, she didn't fly to Taiwan in a commoner's commercial plane. She flew there in a military jet, accompanied by a huge entourage from the US Air Force and the US Navy. I don't know how China sees this, but to me, it looks like a very official visit from a very powerful US official who very much represents the US government. To me, Nancy Pelosi's official visit to Taiwan grossly contradicts America's One China policy. Nancy Pelosi's visit in Taiwan had actually breached the US agreement with China that promised America would not establish diplomatic ties with Taiwan. How is it possible for a US Congress Majority Leader to visit Taiwan without the support and coordination of the US government? How is such a visit possible without involving the US Department of Defense? Because Nancy Pelosi didn't just fly the economy class of United Airlines. Some commenters on Taiwan's social media said that Taiwan has now more or less become a military platform for the United States, whether the people in Taiwan want it or not. To them, Taiwan is now looking more like a U.S. territory such as Guam and Puerto Rico than a part of the one China. How does this change the national security of China? I believe that the answer is clear to the world and is very obvious to the people in Taiwan and mainland China. Regardless of what the US says, the visual looks exactly what it is and exactly what China sees. To me, China may not want to choose war, but not choosing war doesn't guarantee that China can have peace and national security. No matter what the US says about Nancy's visit in Taiwan, the damage of such a visit is already done to Taiwan. China just added a new list of more than 100 banned food items from Taiwan in response to this visit. The media in Taiwan reported that Taiwan makes over $100 million a year from the trade surplus with the mainland, which is almost 4 times as much as Taiwan makes from the USA. As for the stability of the Taiwan Strait, many of us know that China's military is now going to be even more active in the Taiwan Strait than before the visit. How is this good for Taiwan? The so-called US support for Taiwan is now making everything worse for Taiwan. While the countries in the region of the South China Sea don't wish to see any military conflict in that region, but they should know better to not count on America and NATO in honoring their wishes. In the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy my popcorn and movies on Netflix for as long as I can still afford them. Because who knows when inflation and military tension all over the world will wipe out everything for me. Goodbye, stay safe, see you next time, and hopefully I will find some happier things to talk about. Bye bye.